Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Film buffs. Mortal Kombat 2. It's a Johnny Cage movie. Let me promo something real quick. This weekend we'll be reviewing the fourth of the Mortal Kombat animated films. 4 really good movies. The second best of them is this weekend. It's called Cage Match. It's available right now on HBO Max. That episode supports a lot of my position here, which is, and I'm teasing it so you guys can if you guys don't catch the animated episodes that we do this weekend, because we discuss cartoons and animation Saturday and Sunday morning, maybe I can get some of you there to do that, because I know we dominate that content drip, we dominate that film buff feed. Mortal Kombat with this really becomes a Johnny Cage franchise. And previously, it was Liu Kang. We go back to that New Line Cinema, Robin Chow. That's our original Liu Kang. That was clearly his movie. The movie opens with the flashback of his brother. It becomes his arc. And then as the years marched on, 2 of the fantasy characters took over. Scorpion and Sub-Zero. But now it's Johnny Cage. And now it's Karl Urban. And it's fascinating to me, because here's the thing. Johnny Cage, in my view, always was the easier one to make this franchise about or to feature, because he's from Earth. He's interesting. He's not a monk like Liu Kang. He's a little bit of a a-hole. We get a little bit of that entourage, California sun lifestyle with him. So we get high class, we get cool cars, we get models and women and cocaine, and the list goes on. And he's mixed up in something that we all love, which is movies. He's a perfect character that was set up to be a riff on Jean-Claude Van Damme, when I believe he agreed to be a part of that original game, and he later backed out. I don't know if him being a part of Street Fighter, the Street Fighter movie, was a part of it. I don't know. But either way, Karl Urban stepping into this movie, the way that he was teased in the last movie. Remember, our new character, here's, again, fascinating. Cole Young, played by Louis Tang, I think is fantastic. I think he's great as this character. I think the history of the character, being of the lineage, the bloodline of the original Scorpion, really cool stuff. No one liked that character. Weird thing. The internet was able to dictate things. So they kill him off. We kill off one of the newest, most interesting Mortal Kombat characters we've had in quite some time. The wild thing, AKAPADers, is that Mortal Kombat, just to be put together like all the games and crap, it's probably 200 to 300 characters. Cole Young I thought was a good development. I just did. I liked his powers. I liked his backstory. I like in the beginning of Mortal Kombat, the first movie, where he's just picking up fights for like a couple $100. Very similar to how we're introduced to Creed in Creed, where you kind of just have you have a calling, and you just it's also too in the movie Warrior, the teacher guy, where he just has a calling to do this thing, and he like, you don't know where it's going to go, you don't know what's going to happen, but you get the calling, and you keep showing up, and maybe like something different will occur. You don't know quite what you're looking for, but a lot of Agent Smith talking to Neo in the Matrix is in that, where like you just know something is off. Let me explain to you why it's off. But Cole Young has to die. He dies, I think, in a unfair fight where his nemesis, who's already a invincible warlord, emperor, conqueror, Shao Kahn, gets invincible Raiden powers and gets killed, gets his throat slit, gets his I believe his heart stabbed, but can heal himself, and he just destroys Cole Young and just puts him into a vat of green bubbling liquid, which I think was a callback to one of the video. See, I can watch Masters of the Universe. I pick up nearly every single Easter egg, or feels like it. When I watch Mortal Kombat, I don't get every single Easter egg because my study of the franchise lies without the video games. I don't play the video games. Sure, I know some of it, but I think there's way more video game Easter eggs in both of these movies that I just don't pick up on. But the internet does two things. The internet kills Cole Young and puts Carl Urban in there as Johnny Cage, and it was just like I remember after that first movie, it was Carl Urban, like first it was just like universal. Carl Urban had to be Johnny Cage. And we tease it at the end. We get it announced. They go into production, and then people just get excited. The poster, Carl Urban is the dominant body, the dominant name. He's headlining Mortal Kombat 2. And this movie becomes him, within the hero's journey, where this version of Johnny Cage is very satisfying. Sure, other versions had shades of him being, like carry my bags, or I hate my agent, or this, like getting confronted that his movie sucks, or confronted that they love Citizen Cage. But they knew what to lean into with Johnny Cage at this point. There was enough out there that worked for the character, namely the animated movie, what we saw in Mortal Kombat Legacy, and then the original, which was him as Landon Ashby played the original Johnny Cage, where he was just kind of like almost like a little bit like an airhead. He didn't quite get what he was into, but he could fight, and he kills Goro. And does he kill Goro by beating Goro to that? I think Goro like falls to his death in that original Mortal Kombat. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he falls to his death, which was a unsatisfying end to Goro. Everyone had trouble with that as soon as they saw it. But moving on, that was all the way back in '97. But yeah, very interesting. And then part of the online backlash around this movie too was Katana. They opened this movie same as Avengers Infinity War, where we see the origin of Gamora and Thanos takes her in, where Shao Kahn takes in Katana and essentially enslaves the wife. And I think that dynamic, the wife in this movie, Katana's mother, what's her name? Sindel. She has a shrieking voice, can rip off your bones. She gets killed by Sonya Blade. But no, AK Powders, this movie, I explained, had enough of the tournament in it. There was the 5 hanging torches in the sky, which I absolutely loved. A little bit of a video game nod there. I was able to pick that up. Shao Kahn just seemed absolutely invincible. Jax and like they kill. There's a couple, like I feel like Jax is a double death. I feel who's the guy with the hat? I'm forgetting his name. It's not Liu Kang. It's hold up. Kung Lao. Sorry, I had to look that one up. Yeah, like the Kung Lao Liu Kang fight in this is the best fight we've had in any of the MK. Kung Lao is just beyond cool. I don't know why. That everything with the hat, with the buzzsaw, just he teleports in and out of the hat. It's just amazing. But Kung Lao, a little bit of a double tap. He dies in the first movie, comes back to life, dies in this. I didn't know that I guess like the one part story wise, I didn't know that Chinook the Lord of the Undead, like the Sorcerer of the Dead, was in this movie. That's freaking, like, that blew me away. I had no idea. I thought I knew some of the beats of this movie before just sitting down to watch it. Teda Gabriella, she plays Jade. She's good in this movie. It's just, we're at something with this franchise now where moving forward, we have Carl Urban as the face. We have power sets and power scaling that's, I think, very well defined. We have Chinook now set up to just take over the weird evil stuff. Is the death of Shao Kahn, like, is that the thing that kind of upsets me about that is Outworld is, like, the next move is Outworld to invade Earth, so maybe that's going to be Chinook, but it doesn't matter if we get the flavor of this movie in the next one, kind of like just leaning into the high violence. I mean, all the deaths in this one are just so sad. They're absolutely satisfying. I love everything that they've done with Kano in the last two movies, and Kano too, when Kano comes around and he wants to help the good guys, his whole reasoning, it's easy. The way he explains it, again, going to Cypher, talking to Agent Smith in the Matrix, where he's just like, I want a cold beer. Like, this Outworld kind of sucks. I don't want to roll over. Like, I just don't want to be a part of this. This is kind of corny. It's there. A character defining scene. They've done a lot with these two movies. They expanded the first movie, listened to the internet, got Carl Urban. They kill their new franchise lead halfway through this movie. Yeah, AK Powers. Mortal Kombat 2 is, I think, I don't want to say, I think these two movies should be studied. I think we're going to do a little bit of an episode on the time of Mortal Kombat, Dune, King Kong vs. Godzilla, the COVID time, because a lot of people forget that first movie dropped during COVID. A lot of people were able to absorb it, and because of that, I believe that's what led to the sequel. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about and further explain how the internet did guide everything into MK2. But for now, I'm just happy. I'm excited to finally catch this movie. I'll be watching it again. This is one of my favorite franchises, one of my favorite storylines, favorite set of characters. It's wild. It's weird. In my view, it's everything that Masters of the Universe is not, just when it comes to environments and characters and wackiness. The serious tone of these movies, it's such a relief. It's great. All right, AK Powders. I love you guys. Rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.